Today's video is brought to you by the support of the Kumenis speakers over at patreon.com/fishcastmtg. Thank you for your support. All right, here we go into match one. The Chalice folk. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can... Against Gunfighter 500. Sure. I mean, we probably shouldn't actually keep this, but yeah, whatever. If nobody's there to watch the stream and he fails, did he actually fail? Play a basic island. Make sure to actually cast this Aether Vial. Looks like our opponent has a stop on begin combat, or is just wait AFK for a second. Alright, cast this Aether Vial and then pass the turn. And let's see what our opponent does here. Urz is mine. Expedition map, sure. Okay, so Chalice on 1 is actually kind of okay. Chalice on 0 does absolutely nothing. Chalice actually isn't super strong against Tron, but we do have lots of things that we can bring in to fight Tron. Yes, we do want that. Okay, well, we can't do anything. I do want to compliment this guy on his Tron art pieces, though. We'll be in business if we can get things going here. There's a power plant. Expedition map. Let's see what they get with their expedition map. Where's this tower? Okay, so they may not have any of the other pieces, which would be fine. So we have 2 chances to draw land here. Yes. Okay. All right, Mutavault. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one we hit right now. All right, we got our Core Helm Commander. Sweet. And depending on which... So, like, our opponent can't have Tron this turn. So depending on what land they play now will depend on if we Spreading Seas or I guess we're not, like, super... yeah, there's the tower. We're not super committed to Spreading Seizing. Okay, there's a map, and let's see what land they get. They got an Urza's Mine. Okay. So then we just hit the tower this time. So we are not going to tick up the Aether Vial. Sweet, another island. I like that. Oh, snap. Let's move to attacks. Get in for 2. And we can just pass the turn and wait. So they went and got a mine. They have 8 cards in hand, and they have to hit a tower and a mine. If we hit another land, I'm definitely going to chalice on 2. Just because, well, I guess we should seize. All right, get an egg. Because while we are denying our opponent's mana a little bit, we are not stopping them from, you know, playing lands. They're Sylvan Scrying. There's a relic, sure. Yes, and we'll go ahead and put Silvergill Adept in and draw a card. Another repeal. I do like having a repeal against Tron, being able to basically just turn things off against them. So now they need a tower. So we can play the Spreading Seas on either one of those. Still play the Lord and hit for 6 this turn. That's pretty baller. I like that. Just let me all right. So let's seize. Play out our island. All their eggs are at 1. So let's do Chalice on 1. Cast Lord of Atlantis. Swing for 6. I think this is a pretty effective turn. Not too shabby. Our opponent's down to 12. They're basically on a 2-turn clock as things sit. They do not have Tron, and they cannot play any more eggs. They can't play or expedition maps. So the eggs, I mean, like Chromatic Sphere. They basically, so like they have Chromatic Star and Chromatic Sphere, and they also cannot play expedition maps. So that's pretty good. Oblivion Stone. Sure, we can just repeal it. And draw a card. Because they don't have the mana to put into it just yet. And even then when they play the if they get the 3rd land, which they have not shown that they're able to do yet. It takes a lot of time to get that Oblivion Stone up and running. And we don't have to commit to the board anymore. Like, we can just keep playing what we're playing Hit him for 8. Repeal the Oblivion Stone. That's not a terrible line. All right. We're not going to tick up this Aether Vial. Or do we just win? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because this doesn't make things a lord until, yeah, we don't have the win on board. So let's go ahead and repeal this. Repeal the Oblivion Stone. We draw another Core-Helmed Commander. Swing out. Get our opponent down to 4. Play this Fairy Conclave. Pass the turn. And see what our opponent's up to. If they're able to somehow get Tron after all this, then kudos to them. I mean, that's pretty great, but let's see if they've... Nothing in chat. Oh. Yeah, sure. Yep, that gets exiled. Oh, exile a card from my graveyard. Okay, he's... I don't know. Like, he could just draw a card. It's not like I'm going to be doing things for my graveyard that matter. All right, he finally got to Tron. Turn 6 Tron. The classic turn 6 Tron. Let's see. So we actually have 4 power on the board. So even if our opponent recasts the Oblivion Stone and activates it and just blows up everything, we're in fine shape. Go for it. Blow up the world. I'm totally fine with this. All right, there's the Oblivion Stone. Our opponent will likely pay into blowing everything up. So that's 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they have 2 mana to do something. We do not have to commit anything to the board. And in fact, let's start ticking this up. Because if we do get... wiped, our opponent's basically forcing us to take off a turn here. So we're going to attack. He's going to pop the Oblivion Stone. And it's going to basically have forced us to take... to take a whole turn off. Each non-land permanent without... Oh, I guess I could have activated the Mutavault in the Fairy Conclave. Oh well. Let's just reset here. So we should have just attacked there. That's a line that I missed. So let's see what our opponent's up to here. Yeah, so we definitely should have activated those creatures and sent them in. That's a fault of mine. So, you know, fun times. It's something that happens. Our opponent basically has limitless colorless mana now. We do have repeal, so if they do dump this into, looks like they're gonna Oblivion Stone again real quick. Sure, use up a bunch of your mana to do that. Okay. You got it. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six. We do not have enough mana to repeal it. Oh man, I feel really dumb for making that mistake now. Oh well, that's what happens. And this is where Vapor Snag would have been better than Repeal. Sure, our opponent's gonna Ancient Stirrings. And they already played their land for this turn, so they cannot drop another Tron land on us. But Walking Ballista is nothing to sneeze at. Oh. Yeah, we're done here. Yeah, we messed up by not taking that. Okay, so what do we play Tech Edge for sure. For sure. Repeal doesn't do as much here, I don't think. Deprive is good. Cutting the peaks, maybe. I mean, cut the dismembers, I think. Cut the dismembers and cut the peaks, I think is where we land here. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Hope everyone is having fun watching some modern Chalice folk. We're going to hopefully steal these next couple games here and put one over on Tron. Would be nice. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's play. Sweet. Maybe I should have cut Chalice. But Chalice on 1 hurts them pretty bad as well, so. There's a power plant from our opponent. There's a sphere. Let's get down Chalice on 1. All right, and we'll pass turn. So our opponent can't play Sylvan Scrying or any more eggs or expedition maps. I'm definitely not usually as concerned about the Tron matchup. I mean, might as well crack your egg, dude. You got nothing else to do. Yeah, there you go. I mean, Tormagoyf, what? What? What is this nonsense? Let's go ahead and just bounce it back to their hand and draw a card. Tormagoyf, that is so weird in Tron. What is that? What are they doing? What are they doing? Drawing a second Fairy Conclave wasn't great, but I guess it means we drew past it. So like we're not going to be stuck on drawing a second one for this turn, for this next turn. Hopefully our opponent just plays a forest. Nothing? I like that. No Tron land? Ballista for 1? All right. All right. I do not like that for Master of Waves, but so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play Fairy Conclave, and the reason for that is Tech Edge is fun, but you can only do it if your opponent controls 4 or more lands. So I'd rather get another land online. Because we may as well. We'll go ahead and activate this Mutavault and swing in with it. If our opponent blocks with this, with Ballista, then they've got something else going on in their heads. Okay. Mutavault connects, and we pass the turn. I feel like we cut him. Oh. Our opponent did not know what Chalice of the Void did, apparently. Or they just got excited that they hit something that they could use to dig with. Nothing in chat. Come on in. Come on in, big boy. Hit me for 1. Deprive is fun. And I'll tell you why Deprive is fun. Because basically now that our opponent is closer to Tron, we can just kind of hold up a counterspell. I'm totally fine with that. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. Slowly whittle at them. And when they finally hit their Tron piece and they cast their big dumb dum-dum, then it'll feel pretty sweet. And we'll take 1. We're winning this race. And actually next turn we'll be able to activate a Fairy Conclave and a Mutavault, so we're definitely winning this race. The way things are going now. And our opponent is forced to discard. Cool. Oh, cool. Even cooler. The coolest. Even cooler. You thought that you were having trouble getting to Tron now? Let's see what our opponent does. Our opponent's also kind of running low on time. Okay, we draw a card. I'm not saying that we're queens of time ourselves, but let's do this so we still have Deprive up. Should they actually get to do something? Because now even if they draw a Tron land, it has to be something, a mine or a mine and a power. Oh man. Okay, so now we just counter anything that happens. Yeah, come on in. Oh geez. Oh geez. It's not even fun anymore. One in a blue. One in... Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's be smart. Hold up blue for deprive. Oh, yeah, they can kill it, sure. But now they're not ever getting damage in, basically. And honestly, even if they hit a 4th Tron piece, we have 2 tech edges. Like, I don't think our opponent can do anything. This is a pretty sweet position to be in. Making up for this in expert fashion. Okay. Swing for 4. Pass the turn. Making the safe plays, making the correct plays. Sometimes you can be... I can be a disciplined Magic player sometimes. Opponent moves to their end step. Let's see, last time they discarded a Chromatic Sphere. So they've had an Ancient Stirrings. Okay. Swing for 4 again. Oh. Plays Fairy Conclave and pass the turn. The most Merfolk win I've ever had. Not a Merfolk has hit the field. Yeah, I mean, that seemed to work okay. I think that's the game of Modern that I've played the least amount of Merfolk in. Let's go ahead and keep this. It's a little land heavy, but oh man, our opponent has already mulliganed to 5. Now on the play, getting an egg out. Sure. Depending on what we draw here, Spreading Seas. All right, let's get Mutavault out first. We have a lot of protection against Tron right now. I mean, they're on a roll for sure. Maybe they did it this way because they had like natural Tron. They mulliganed down to natural Tron. That will not save them here. Sweet. So next turn we can play Vial and then Chalice for 1 and knock this nonsense off. Sylvan's Crying, sure. Urza's Tower. And they play it. Okay. So no information has changed. They still have a four unknown cards in their hand. Chalice on one. Even if they met, so if they hit Tron this turn, they have one turn with it because of this tech edge. Buried Ruin. Okay, so we can. They made a mistake playing that, honestly. Like, we can hit their power plant or their other tower and just knock them off of Tron again. So, sure, Ballista for 2. Yes. Let's hit their power plants. And this is converted mana cost 0, right? So we can just repeal it for blue. Oh. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Well, that was dumb on my part. But no one's here to punt me up, so I guess there's some pluses. Some pluses to having a chill stream. Our opponent is also very low on time. We have much more time than our opponent, so us playing a slower, more controlling game. And honestly, if they play another non-basic land, then we can just tech edge it again. Just keep him off Tron. There's a Ballista again. A 1/1 Ballista. Yes, let's tick up Aether Vial. Oh, well, there's Aether Vial. All right, let's do that. Oh no, because he can still do that. Remove a, yeah, so he can kill that. So we're not gonna mess with that just yet. Honestly, playing a creature might force our opponent to undo one of their ballistas, like take off the counters. Let's force them to minimize their ballistas. They'll have to kill one of them to do this. So it's like either they trade with it or they have to kill one of their ballistas to stop this. Either way, one ballista dies. Because then it trades and then they remove a counter, yeah. Or they remove 2 counters off of it, and then their 1/1 survives. Yeah, that's fine. Just to let them know. No, we're not going to do that now. Sanctum of Ugin. Whenever you cast a colorless spell. Sweets. Let's see if they want to. No, they don't want to ping it. All right, let's go ahead and just swing in. All right, that's fine by me. Take your time. Take your time, my friend. That's actually a beautiful card to draw. This also represents to our opponent deprive mana. So that's always fun. Being able to represent that can kind of slow our opponent down and make them think about what they're doing. This Chalice on 1 has actually overperformed, I think. We could actually probably just put down a Chalice on 2. Oh, no. Further complicating our opponent's thought process is an Oblivion Stone. Come on in. Oh, no. Okay. Because, I mean, if they pop it, they lose their own thing. And that's fine by me. No. Let's draw another card. All right. We need to keep swinging with this Mutavaults. Because best case scenario, they block it. Worst case scenario, they pop this Oblivion Stone. And we need to keep putting in damage, and the Mutavault is a good way to just keep putting in damage. That's basically the long and short of it. Actually, we lost game 1 of this match because I just didn't swing in with my lands in the same turn that I had a bunch of creatures, and our opponent had an Oblivion Stone, because this does not kill. This only creature destroys non-land permanents. So we could have won game 1 by just swinging in with our man lands. Okay. Well, there's a Master of Waves. That doesn't really do us any good, really. Let's just swing in. Force them to make the block if they want to. Sure. Yeah, because they can block and kill the Silvergill. Oh, they didn't. Okay, cool. I guess we could have played Master Waves there. But see, they hit a land and then they pop the Oblivion Stone. Yeah. Just move through here and attack. See if they just want to pop it. I think they're just making us go through it now. They're just oh, there's the mine. Sweet. Oh man, all these Aether Vials. All these Aether Vials doing nothing for us. I think our opponent's going to go and pop their Oblivion Stone, and it will only kill those things. And we're not falling victim to the mistake we made in game 1. So if you learn anything from my streams, don't be a victim of... Oh. Well, that stinks. Oh. I mean, our opponent is at a huge deficit on time, so I doubt that this even wins them the game because they have to win in the next minute, basically. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and cast one of these vials because why not? So basically we just have to not lose in the next 55 seconds. I hope I'm capable of that. I hope I'm not. I hope I'm capable of not losing a game of Magic. This has been a long game of Magic, though, for sure. Sure. I don't know if our opponent knows that when the timer goes down, they lose. I hope, because they're taking a long time on this decision. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. I'm not gonna block. All right, and we won the match. Yay, timer. Sometimes that happens, and you just take it. You just take the time wins. All right, cool. Game one through, and that was game one versus Tron with like Termagoyf and stuff. That was weird. All right.